مرحبا وأهلا وسهلا بكم. Hello and welcome to a new lesson about describing personality in modern standard Arabic, وصف الشخصية. And today's adjectives are a bit sensitive, stupid, annoying, and silly. Use with caution and at your own risk. Let's begin. هيا بنا, let's go. Let's start with smart. Adjectives that describe somebody as smart. We're going to start with the masculine, the feminine version, and then masculine plural. ذكي, ذكية, وأذكياء. You might already know that's the basic word for smart. ذكي, ذكية, أذكياء. Now let's step it up a bit. حاذق. حاذق describes someone who's kind of like fox-like. They're not just smart, they're sharp and witty, and they're multi-skilled, multi-talented, and tactful. So we would describe that person as حاذق, حاذقة, حاذقون. Similarly, فطن is the same thing. فطن إلى الأمر, the verb form, means he got on it very quickly and he understood it very quickly. So فطن is someone who's quick with it. فطن وفطن in the plural. هو شخص فطن. Let's step it up even a bit more. Genius. عبقري. عبقري وعبقرية in the feminine. عباقرة in the plural. عبقري, عبقرية, عباقرة. And what about someone who is even more than ingenious? More than that, they're a special case. They're one of a kind. One in a lifetime genius. Someone like Albert Einstein, for example. So we would use the expression فلتة زمانه. هو فلتة زمانه. The word فلتة means a special case, and it comes actually from the verb فلتة, that means something to kind of stray or to get loose. So فلتة is something that literally strayed from the rest. But within this context, فلتة زمانه, zaman means time. That means he's literally a genius, the one and only of his time. So we're going to say in the masculine, فلتة زمانه, his time. In the feminine, فلتة زمانها, her time. In the plural, فلتة زمانهم, the time, literally. And by the way, this expression is used a lot, even in spoken Arabic, in everyday life. Fahim. Fahim as well is one of the common expressions that are used in daily life as well. And it literally means someone hasanul fahm. He understands everything. You might know the verb fahima is to understand. فهيم يعني صاحب فهم. حسن الفهم. فهيمة in the feminine, فهمة in the plural. So someone who's knowing, prudent, and wise. فهيم. Adjectives that describe somebody as stupid. غبي. غبي is the common word that we know, or that beginners who learn Arabic know. غبية وأغبياء. غبي, غبية, أغبياء. Let's step it up a bit. Obviously, we shouldn't ever describe somebody as such, but it's good to know these words because they're very common in daily life. So you should know them. أهبل. أهبل means literally an imbecile or an idiot, someone who's foolish or very slow. هبلاء in the feminine and هبل in the plural. And the verb هبل means someone who literally lost their mind and became stupid. So فقد عقله. Similarly, a synonym is أحمق. أحمق is also an imbecile or an idiot, and someone who's got weak intellect. In the feminine حمقاء, in the plural حمقى. أحمق, حمقاء, حمقى. That's a very common term in standard Arabic. مسطول, that's very common in colloquial Arabic. All these terms, by the way, are like كلمات فصيحة. They're from الفصحى. Some of them are used in spoken life quite a lot, like أهبل, like مسطول. They're used in colloquial as well. So it's really good to know that. So مسطول, actually the word سطل means a bucket. So مسطول is someone who's literally stupid, like kind of like having a bucket on their head. And it could also mean that someone is intoxicated by alcohol or drugs, but they've got like an altered level of consciousness. So you could use that to imply that they're literally drugged, or that they're so stupid that it feels as if they're drugged. It goes both ways. So مسطول, مسطولة, مسطولون, مسطول, مسطولة, مسطولون. And that's like a really fun word to know because it's used in spoken everyday Arabic as well. غليظ. Now, something that is غليظ, that means literally thick when we describe something as غليظ. And similarly, we would describe someone who's stupid or slow mentally or intellectually as غليظ الذهن. غليظ الذهن. غليظ الذهن. They're slow or thick. ذهن means obviously mind. Someone who's gullible. So نية means intention. على نياته literally has very simple intentions, or his intentions are very pure or clear. So that's in the plural. على نياته. على نياته. Very gullible, very simple. Obviously, it's not a bad thing, but I'm just mentioning it. هو على نياته. هي على نياتها. هم على نياتهم. Describing someone as silly or pathetic even. Let's begin. سخيف. سخيفة, سخفاء. That means silly, trivial, ridiculous, or petty. هو شخص سخيف. He's very silly, and whatever he says is like trivial or ridiculous. أو هذا موضوع سخيف. This is a really trivial topic. I don't want to talk about it. سخيف. سخيفة, سخفاء. A synonym is تافه. تافه, تافهة, تافهون. It's got a stronger feel to it. تافه, تافهة, تافهون. We also use the expression مثير للشفقة, pathetic or woeful. مثير للشفقة, from the verb أثار. That's a participle. مثير للشفقة. That means it arouses pity, or it brings on pity, or it causes you to feel pity. مثير للشفقة. شفقة is pity. Funny. How would you describe someone as funny? مضحك is the basic term from the verb أضحك, فهو مضحك. هي مضحكة, هم مضحكون. Funny. مضحك, مضحكة, مضحكون. Let's step it up a bit. Someone who's clowning around the whole time. They're known as the comedian. Literally, مهرج. مهرج is a clown. مهرجة, مهرجون. مهرج, مهرجة, مهرجون. An interesting expression for someone who's funny and they're light-spirited and witty. There's someone fun to be around. ظل in Arabic means a shadow. When we say someone is خفيف الظل, literally means they've got a light shadow, kind of. So they're fun to be around. They're not heavy. Their presence is not heavy. That's how I would translate it. They've got a light presence and they're fun and nice to be around. خفيف الظل. هو خفيف الظل. هي خفيفة الظل. And so on. Similarly, we can say خفيف الروح. روح means spirit, so هو خفيف الروح. Describing someone as annoying. مزعج, مزعجة, مزعجون. That's a common term that you probably know from the verb أزعج. فهو مزعج وهي مزعجة وهم مزعجون. Let's step up a bit to say that someone lacks manners. They're so rude and uncivilized. فظ هو فظ وهي فظة وهم أفظاظ. That's a common term as well. They lack manners. They don't know how to behave. That's very common in standard Arabic. غليظ. Now, earlier we said غليظ الذهن. They're slow in the intellect or intellectually slow. غليظ as well means thick, as I explained. So they're not light-spirited, so they've got a heavy presence. They're not funny. They're unbearable to be around, literally. So غليظ, غليظة, وغلاظ. وهذا كان كل شيء. And remember to use these adjectives with caution and at your own risk. وشكرا لكم وإلى اللقاء.